Hey guys, haven't done a tournament vlog in a while, but because I've been playing a lot of online events since the pandemic started, um, I thought I'd do one for Vanguard, and then I have a Yu-Gi-Oh one coming up. I'm gonna play the YCS, but for Vanguard, I did Bushy Road Springfest online, and I played the Premium and the Standard tournaments for Cardfight Vanguard in the North America region. So Standard didn't do so well. I still charge all my triggers. And Premium I did far much better than Standard. I bubbled, I got ninth place out of, gosh, how many people was it? It was over 100 guaranteed, but like, ooh, bubbling. So here's a quick deck profile, and then I'll go over how the event was and what my matchups were. So I'm playing Eradicators, so I'm running the Descendant Superior Ride engine. So it's basically like a shittier version of Ezel. It's a not consistent version of Ezel. So you have the starter, you have four of the grade ones that help enable it, and four of the grade twos, which is Zuitan and Hisen. So for Zuitan, I run two V series and two original because this gets you back resources, and this will net you cards and make Gauntlet Buster and itself really big every time a rear guard gets bound. And then the grade 3 superior ride is the V series Descendant, gets you your Axel gift. I'm also running 4 copies of V series Gauntlet Buster Dragon. Shout out to Stacy and Shane for helping me complete this playset. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. the trades and the luck sacking for the pack picking, it's so good. And then I run 1 copy of G series Dragonic Descendant Sigma because this is good on the rear guard circle, in addition to giving just only one of my strides like an extra drive and power. So that's the general. Normally you wanna just ride the Descendant, Superior Ride Descendant, and then re-ride over with Gauntlet Buster, and then re-ride over Gauntlet Buster with V Series Descendant. It happened a lot more than I thought it was going to, so yay for yay for like, oh, it might happen to it happen quite a bit. And then for the rest of the deck, I have 4 copies of Isolation Eradicator Nusku. This lets you filter for any of the superior ride pieces that you might have missed. Okay, wait, where was the 4th one? Oh, there we go. Got that. I'm running 3 copies of V Series Rising Phoenix for free bodies. 1 Hanali because Hanali. 1 Gaibon. I kind of want to increase the number because this card is really good. And this basically means that the second time the Vanguard swings or a rear guard swings after the Vanguard attack state, the opponent cannot Sentinel it. 1 Mighty Bolt V series to search for grade 3s that I might be missing. One of the Dancing Princess Anastasia PG, the Thunderstrike one, because it's basically free after you discard a card because it nets you a card if you're Thunderstrike 4, and that's pretty easy to get to. And then the other grade 2s are 3 Shuhel, because it's a Axel Circle, it's a 10k Interceptor, and a 19k Attacker. 2 Cho-Os for the attack extensions, V series, and then Plasma Catapult, just as a random one of. I liked it. It never actually came up. And then the triggers, of course, you know, the 1 over trigger. 3 draw PGs because I have like the regular grade 1 PG. 4 Eradicator heals. All of these triggers are 10k V series ones, or premium collections. 4 Dragon Dancer Polina, the move it into soul, draw a card, and the Vanguard gets +10 for the attack. Really good on the Descendant swing. And then 3 of the Stride crit. This would have been another Stride crit, but I only had 3, so gotta work with what you got, right? So that's the main deck, and of course I had it in my boy Naoki. And then the G zone is 3 Stunverse. This is arguably one of their best cards. It generates insane advantage while minusing the opponent. 2 Akonitem Linshu. This is just like a generic stride that lets you draw cards and retires minimum 2 for a counterblast 1, flip a copy. 2 Dragonic Descendant Zillion. This never came up. I feel like this is what I'm gonna change about the deck moving forward. 1 Conquest Fulgurate. This can close out games because it gives massive power to the board and a crit and a drive. 1 Closer because why not? This is really good. 1 Giggle, striding for free is good. Attacking your opponent's entire board is also good, and getting back resources. And then the G Guards is 3 Impede, 1 Brahma, and 2 Bulwark. And that's my G Zone. So I fought a pretty diverse 7 rounds. Like, I didn't play against any duplicate decks. Like, I didn't play against the same type of deck twice in the tournament. So round 1 was Grand Blue, round 2 was Novas, round 3 was Genesis, round 4 was Blade Master, round 5 was Harry, round 6 was Murakumo, round 7 was Nubatama. Yeah, so the Grand Blue was Beatrice Ghosty, Nova was Victor, Genesis was Fenrir Loop, Blade Master, Kagero Blade Master, Pale Moon was Harry, Murakumo was Hyuga, the best Murakumo deck, and then Nubatama was Hanzo. I lost to Harry and Hanzo, and Harry, I got double crit at 3. Or I'm sorry, I got over triggered and crit at 3. So I mean, there was nothing I could do at that point. I didn't have any shield, and even if I had done a different line of play, my drive checks and my damage checks were still garbage. I had basically all grade 3s in hand, so I'm like, I can't block any of this. Didn't hit a single damage trigger, so yeah, that went south really fast. And then Hanzo. Yeah, this is where I wish I had different strides in my G Zone, because the deck is really interesting. Hanzo, low key, I think people are sleeping on that. It's a pretty good deck. Yeah, for the most part, the only thing that I thought was funny is that I over triggered the Genesis player with Gauntlet Buster, and they just couldn't. So it feels good when you break time the loop decks. Was so like, oh, I guess that happened. Swing again, and then I think I healed the first drive check in addition to the over trigger, and then I hit a heal, so I healed, and then the second drive check I hit another crit, and then he just exploded. So I'm like, I don't feel bad. I'm just like, it's Genesis loop. The guy was nice though. I think he made it to top. I want to say that the Hanzo, the Genesis, and the Harry player all of them topped. And let's see. Yeah, I want to say the event was pretty well run, but like the rounds went a lot slower than I thought it would, because there was premium, you gotta grind, right? Or you take a long time like touching your deck. Ooh, that sounds kind of overall, yeah, I had a lot of fun. Apparently, I did get on stream against the Blade Master, and then that whole judge ruling where it was like, oh, so yeah. Just to reiterate, yes, the combo. If I ride V Series Descendant on top of V Series Gauntlet Buster, even after oh my God, Stunverse leaves the board, Descendant will still have Gauntlet Buster skill because it is a continuous that applies the minute you ride it. That was kind of like, yeah, so always make sure that your combos work, and if a floor judge tells you otherwise, always remember you have the right to appeal. I guess that's the same in any deck. Just always appeal to head judge if you know for a fact that your combo is legal. Other than that, yeah, that was pretty. It was a pretty fun event. Hopefully they hit Bushiroad. If you're watching this, please address those loop and problem decks that a bunch of other YouTubers have talked about, like Blade Master, Pale Moon Songster, Genesis, Dark Irregulars. Those decks gotta go. and then hit accordingly. I mean, maybe not ban anything, but choice restrict, rata some of them, because or limit the amount of stand triggers a deck can have in premium, because that's like, it's not fun playing against like stuff like that. That being said, hopefully they have another event in the future real soon, maybe for Autumn Fest. Is that's a thing, right? And then can try play other people, like, other people I don't get to play against. So yeah, that was the biggest thing that I really took away from this event, was I enjoyed playing against people that I normally would never meet unless I had traveled to a faraway event. All right, thanks for listening, guys. See you guys later. Take care.